On today's episode of Crave, I'm thrilled to introduce three incredible women: Alessia Angelini, Susanna Viola, and Elena Martinolli from the Fast Track Italian Citizenship. They are experts in helping people reconnect with their Italian roots and navigating the path to citizenship. It's such a pleasure to have them today on Crave. Welcome to Crave.
Ciao.
Hi, thank you for hosting us.
Can each of you tell us a little bit about yourself and what inspired you to work with the Fast Track Italian Citizenship?
We were all involved in the citizenship business for several years now. And basically, working together, we realized that we were just, I think, meant to work together. So, at a certain point, after a few years, we decided that we wanted to go freelance and start our special project with FTAC.
Grazie, Susanna. Thank you. What about you, Alessia?
Oh, well, I met Susanna and Elena always working in this field, and then I was impressed by my colleagues, so I decided that maybe it was like we had to work together on our own.
What about you, Elena?
Yeah, it's the same for me. I felt that with Susanna and Alessia, there was like a very big connection to our work, and so we decided to start our own project. And so here we are.
What inspired you to start this business? Was there a personal connection to helping people reconnect with their Italian roots?
So our commitment to our job comes from a genuine love for assisting people in achieving their dreams and reuniting them with traditions, stories, a sense of identity. Yeah, for us it's really meaningful because this business is not just about providing a service, it's about sharing the joy and the pride of being Italian and preserving our huge culture and rich history also to future generations.
Why do you guys think that so many people are interested in getting the Italian citizenship? And what's the biggest benefit in your opinion?
In my opinion, the biggest benefit of Italian citizenship is for sure the chance to be part and to live in the most beautiful country in the world. I'm not saying that because I am Italian, but if you think about it, with Italian citizenship, you have access to really a lot of opportunities, like let's say traveling all around Europe without the need of a visa, or working, or living in Europe, or retire here, or also you have access to healthcare, and maybe you can study here, or you can do business and purchase real estate. So you really have a lot of opportunities, not only in Italy, we have to say, but also in all the 27 countries of Europe. And if I can say, to me, it is like extraordinary to think that you can have these opportunities basically based on an ancestor that maybe you didn't even met.
What the process like for someone starting this journey? And it's as a complicate. Can you tell a little bit more about the process?
Typically, if we're talking about the process of applying for citizenship by descent, which is the most requested process at this moment in time for US citizens, um, the process is, well, every process starts with a few steps in genealogical research. So you have to, research who your ancestor was and where he lived, whether he acquired the US citizenship, and there is some research at the beginning. Then you have to collect all the documents that prove your descent from this last person born in Italy to yourself. When you have all the documents ready, you are basically ready to apply for citizenship. And depending on your specific case, your citizenship can be filed, the application can be filed through a local US consulate if you live in the US, or through a court in Italy based on a few specifics. Um, Typically, if someone descends from a woman who was the last born in Italy, it would be a court case, so the application would be filed with a judge in Italy. And after that, when you are approved either by the consulate or by a judge, you can apply for your passport. You are officially Italian.
So you offer different levels of service, the golden, premium, and guided tracks. So how do clients usually decide which is the right fit for them?
So at Fast Track Italian Citizenship, we offer three levels of service tailored to our clients' needs. It's based on how much they wish to be involved in the process. For example, we have the guided track for a more hands-on approach, and if you also wish to cut costs down. Or we have the premium track, which is our standard package, providing a full service from start to finish, and we handle the whole bureaucratic process. Or we have our golden track, which is our VIP package with the priority handling of all the paperwork, and we take care of every step of the process.
Do you have any favorite stories of client discovering something special about their heritage during this process?
I had this client of mine once, and we were like in the process of obtaining his citizenship. So we were just talking about the process, what to do, the steps, and so on. And I remember one day, just randomly talking, he told me that his job was a chef. He was a chef in a famous restaurant in Houston, Texas. And this was not a detail of much importance for the process, but I remember that because many days after, we were like going into deep into his roots. We were looking for details about his great grandfather because it was his ancestor of reference. So we were like trying to locate something about his story, where he was born, and also where he lived, when he moved from Italy to US, and so on. And one day we just found this census record, which is kind of a list made from the state. It was from 1930, if I don't go wrong. And in this list, there are many details about everyone because it's like all the people that live in a street. So there are many details like name, age, members of the family, and so on. And we noticed that there was also the job of his great grandfather. And you can guess what he was. He was a chef too. He was a cooker.
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
love
beautiful. I
it.
love it.
it's crazy. It was amazing because my client,
Wow,
it was like amazed. It was wonderful. He felt so close to his great grandfather. It's like it was meant to be.
that was meant to be. Yeah. Susanna, do you have also little stories?
So let me think. Well, this actually happened recently, and this has also something to do with coincidence, sort of. Someone I'm talking with these days, she is from Fulton County, New York, and she is actually looking for her grandfather naturalization records. And basically, she told me that she walked into this kind of hall of records in Fulton County, New York, and just looking for the records for naturalization for her grandfather. Basically, the first book that she picked up is dusty, very old book. She opened the book and just one randomly above 100 books. The first book she took and the first page she opened, it was the naturalization of her grandfather. So this was for me like
Wow.
mind blowing. Um, so I feel like there is like a sense of, belonging that goes beyond our conception, I think.
I
Just
have a chill actually.
I
I'm
know,
like,
me
oh,
too. That's
yeah, yeah,
right. I was
yeah.
like,
incredible.
wow. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's beautiful. Such a beautiful
Yes.
stories. Elena,
Mhm.
what about you?
Okay, so maybe this moment I don't know if I can recall like a funny story, but I can say that this is what we love about our job because every case, every story is unique,
Uh-huh.
and for us, it's like not just about the paperwork, but it's like a journey of discovery, we could say, because people can uncover fascinating facts regarding their family members, their ancestors, and yeah, it's really funny, but also like it deepens their connection to their heritage. So yeah, it's really important also to us.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's so important. Here at Crave, we're talking all the time about how important to connect with your roots and your heritage. So very important.
So, what would you guys say is the most challenging part of helping people get their citizenship? And how do you try to make it easier for them?
I think the most challenging part is to work with someone such as US citizens whose concept of privacy and bureaucracy is completely different from the one that we have in Italy. So the challenging thing would be to have them understand all the steps of the process in a very easy and comforting way, not to just avoid them to feel overwhelmed by the process, because I cannot say the process is not overwhelming, because it is a huge project of your life to apply and get Italian citizenship and maybe move there, or if you wish your children to grow up there, it's huge in a person's life. But I think finding the way of leading people in an easy way, despite of all the difficulties, is really what makes this job very interesting for me. And the easiest they feel the process, the better I feel, even though the process is not that easy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And what do you love most about what you do? Is there is a moment that really stands out to you?
Yeah, so this job is really rewarding because it allows us to help people reconnect, as we mentioned before, with their Italian roots. But I think that the moment we enjoy the most with our clients, it's when they finally get their passport, because
Right.
it's really meaningful, and we know that it impact our their lives, and it opens door to new opportunities and experiences in Italy and in all Europe.
If someone is thinking about getting Italian citizenship but is not sure where to start, okay, what's the first things they should do?
Mm, I think in our experience working together, the very first step for anyone wishing to discover if they are eligible to apply is always starting from talking with the family, I think. Well, if you have the chance, because I don't know, if you have the chance, talk to your family, because it's like the basic. You discover something, you look if someone can help you in locating any detail, also small details about your ancestors. Maybe you don't know them, you never met them, so someone else in your family could. And I think this is the very first step. Once you have checked with your family, of course, if any details is missing, we are here to help. Also, we offer free eligibility consultations in such cases, because the eligibility is the very basis of the process. So we offer this free consultation, which includes genealogical research. And with our experience, we can definitely help searching into the right places and locate the right details to start the process. But I think the very first step is always the family.
So at Crave, we all about exploring passions. What's something you are each of you passionate about beside your work?
I really enjoy exploring new cultures while traveling. Also, I have a passion for sports. I'm a snowboarder and a tennis player.
Wow.
And yeah,
Love
and
it.
yeah, and also have a deep love for animals, in particular for dogs.
What about you, Alessia?
Um, well, my biggest passion is cooking. I definitely love cooking. Mostly, I love to prepare cakes and desserts. Like when some friends
Uh-huh.
arrange some gatherings, I'm always the one saying, "Guys, I bring the dessert." And also, I love cooking for my family and for my friends because it's like I feel fulfilled when I see all of them around the table eating and being happy and talking. And that's it.
What about you, Susanna?
Um, I would say my passion outside work is the outdoor in general. We live in a place that's very close to the mountain, the Dolomites, here in Italy. So I like to go hiking wherever I get the chance, wherever there is good weather. I also like bouldering, through hiking, that sort of stuff. And I also have a 3-year-old, so I also like reading books to my toddler and just be his mom. It's the best thing in the world.
That's
Mm,
beautiful.
so sweet.
Where people can find you guys?
Basically, people can find us online. We have a website which is www.fasttrackitaliancitizenship.com with only one T between fast and track. And then we are active on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and also TikTok if you wish to follow us. And we have an email which is ciao at fasttrackitaliancitizenship.com, always with one T between fast and track. And that's it. We have an office in Dallas and one in Italy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much for coming
Thank you for
on.
coming on Crave. We can't wait to have you back.
Yes.
Thank you for hosting us.